Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I just wanted to sit down and film a beautiful fall tutorial for you guys. I've been all about warm tones and berry lips, so if you'd like to see how I got the look, please keep watching. So jumping right in, I'm going to take my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot and I'm just going to prime my eyes, and then I'm going to dip into my KatVonD Contour Kit, grab the lightest shade and just set that. This is going to make it easier for when we go to blend our shadows. So starting out, I'm going to grab the VioletVoss and Loreal Collab palette and I'm going to grab the shade Mama Bird in here, and this is going to be our transition shade, and I'm just going to work this into my crease, back and forth windshield wiper motions and circular motions. I always find myself reaching for this palette. It's just like the perfect go-to palette for fall. So just keep working that color in back and forth. This is a nice fluffy brush from Morphe. Any fluffy brush should do. It's just going to deposit the color nice and soft and blown out. Alright, now I'm going to take the shade Raga Muffin, and this is just going to go right underneath Mama Bird. It's still going to be in the crease, just our low crease, and I did switch brushes for this. You always want to make sure you're switching brushes just so it doesn't get muddy and it stays as clean as possible, and make sure you go back and blend. Now I'm going to dip into this MakeupGeek foiled shadow in the shade Showtime. It's like a nice deep purplish kind of burgundy color, and I'm just going to place this on the lid with my finger. I find with these foiled shadows, they tend to work best with just your finger. So I'm just going to put that all over my lid using patting motions. And I want this color all the way up to my crease. You don't want it to go like too far above your crease, but you do want it to meet the other shadows. You don't want to see any gaps or spaces, so I'm just placing it there and going in with a clean blending brush and just blending. And then I'm going in with a little bit more of a precision brush just so I can get up to that crease and make sure everything is as perfect as I want it. I did end up using a few different brushes for this. I was just kind of seeing what worked best, but as you can see, I am placing it there with the precision brush, and then I'm going back in and blending it, making sure it's nice and soft. So use whatever you have at your disposal. Honestly, some of these brushes are even concealer brushes, but they do the job, so just make do with what you guys have. And as you can see, I really wanted that purple like kind of in the low crease, just so it peeks through a little bit, so I'm just placing it there and going back and blending, of course. Can't say enough good things about this IT Cosmetics brush. I have a few IT Cosmetics brushes that I really love. I suggest you guys try them out. They're fairly inexpensive and they really do all the work for you. Here I'm just taking a little bit more of Raga Muffin and kind of meshing and blending these colors all together. Make sure you're using all the same brushes that you used with each shadow. You don't want it to get too messy or muddy. And here I'm just of course going back with the first transition color, and I'm just making sure everything is nice and soft and blended. Now I'm going to dip back into the Loreal VioletVoss Collab palette, taking this beautiful foiled cranberry shade in Rammer Jammer, and I'm just going to put that on the middle of my lid and kind of work it out a little bit, but I'm really going to keep this towards the center just for that pop. And as you can see, I'm still using my finger. And of course, I'm going to go back in and blend just to make sure everything is nice and blended in the way I want it. Then I'm going to do a little dance because I am so happy we're done the eyes. Now moving on to primer. This is a Smashbox primer. This is apparently one of the world's best and top selling primers. I do like the way it smooths over my pores, and I like the way the foundation goes on over top of it. So 2 thumbs up from me. Now it's time for foundation. I'm going to take my L'Oreal Pro Glow Infallible foundation in 203, and I'm just going to put that all over my face. This is a drugstore foundation from L'Oreal that performs beautifully on the skin, and I'm actually going to take a kabuki blending brush and go in and just blend everything out. I usually take my beauty blender, but today I wanted to switch it up, so I'm going in with the brush. So just blend that out using patting and swirling motions, and just make sure it's really pressed into the skin. Now I am die hard for the beauty blender. Like, I love my beauty blender and cannot do my makeup without it, I feel, but I gotta say I switched it up and I did like the way this turned out. Time to move on to my favorite part, concealer. This is the NARS Complete Matte Concealer. I believe this is in the shade Light to Vanilla if I'm not mistaken. Once again, all products will be listed down below for you guys, so check that out. I am obsessed with this concealer. I don't reach for any other concealer, not even my Tarte Shape Tape. I've just kind of been like, I don't know, like disgusted with my Shape Tape for some reason, but this NARS concealer, I seriously cannot do my makeup without it. I've hit pan, like hit the bottom already, and I feel like I haven't even had it that long. I just absolutely adore it. So creamy, so good, so good. So I of course always put concealer in the same spots. I put it under my eyes, in between my brows, down the bridge of my nose, on the button of my nose, if that's what you call it, on the tip of my nose. We'll say on the tip of my nose, a cupid's bow, my chin, and then I'll cover up any like blemishes or pimples I have, and then I of course go in with my damp beauty blender and then just go to town. Now, I would definitely suggest using a beauty blender for this, just so you're not tugging and swiping under your eyes. That skin is very sensitive and fragile, so I do like to go in with a damp beauty blender. It just feels so nice and refreshing, and it really blends my makeup and presses the makeup into my skin for a nice full coverage look. This concealer is so good for a pot concealer. It literally just like melts into my skin. They have a pretty nice color selection as well, so go check out NARS in Sephora. You guys will not be let down. Now moving on to the lower lash line, I'm going to take this Showtime shade once again, and I'm going to put that on the outer and inner portion of my eye. And I am using a pencil brush for this. Now I'm going to take the shade Rammer Jammer again, and it's going to go right here in this empty space, pretty much in the middle center of your lower lash line. You're pretty much mimicking what you did on your lid. As you can see, I have the Showtime dark burgundy color on the outer and inner, and the Rammer Jammer cranberry shade right in the center for that pop. Now I'm going to take Mama Bird, which was the first shade we started out with. It was our transition color, and I'm just going to blend everything out and kind of blow out that lower lash line. Now I'm going to hop off camera real quick, and I'm just going to put some MAC's Costa Riche eyeliner in my waterline. I love this eyeliner, can't say enough good things. Then I'm going to take this Maybelline Lash Sensational drugstore mascara and just do my lashes. Now it's time to bronze thy face. I'm going to take KatVonD Shade and Light Contour Kit, and I'm just going to mix all these colors and start working on my contour. I'm also using the KatVonD Shade and Light brush, and I really adore this brush. So I'm kind of like bronzing and contouring at the same time. That's why I mix all three of these shades together, because I feel like they not only give me a contour, but they also bronze my face up at the same time. I feel like only certain products can bronze and contour at the same time. You have to be careful with that, but this KatVonD Shade and Light Kit is definitely one of them. So I'm just placing this product in the hollows of my cheek, my hairline, my jawline, and I'm also bronzing up a little bit. As you can see, I'm really pushing that product into my hairline just so everything is cohesive looking. Now moving on to another favorite part, this is highlighter. This is the new FentyBeauty by Rihanna highlighter, and I'm pretty sure this is in the shade Hustla Baby if I'm not mistaken. It's a split pan here, it has a beautiful mirror inside, and as you can see it has more of a subtle glow and more of an intense glow. I chose the intense glow, and oh my god, it is so beautiful. It's very reminiscent of Champagne Pop. If you guys don't know what Champagne Pop is, it's a Becca collab with Jaclyn Hill. It's very reminiscent of that. It's very intense and beautiful, and I feel like this will work on a lot of different skin tones. So I do like how they give you the choice of a subtle glow or a more intense glow. I'm probably always going to go for the more intense glow. It's just so beautiful, guys. I really recommend these highlighters. They're very good. I will say, however, I'm not a fan of the subtle glow in this particular highlighter. Time for blush. I'm going to take MAC's Peaches blush. It is, as the name says, it's like a peachy kind of blush, and I'm just going to put that in the usual spots. And I'm not going to go too heavy with the blush. I just want something subtle. And now it's time for lips. I'm going to take this UrbanDecay lipstick in the shade Love Drunk. It's a comfort matte, and guys, I really like this lipstick. It's pretty comfortable on the lips. I will say it's not the easiest to apply. I kind of had a hard time applying it, but I think the color is absolutely beautiful, and I do think it's nice and comfortable on the lips. And as always, the lip just completed the look and made the look in my opinion. So here's the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I love doing fall makeup tutorials for you guys. If you like this makeup look and you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to give your girl a thumbs up. Also, once again, all products will be listed down below along with all my social media platforms so you guys can stay up to date on everything. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. It always means a lot to see new subscribers. It really, really means a lot. I hope you guys are enjoying your fall season so far. I know I am. This is definitely my favorite time of year. All right, that's all I have to say. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye. Mwah.